Late yesterday, there was a lawsuit filed here in Sangamon County by the Illinois Fuel and Retail Association that is challenging the state's mandates that fuel retailers, gas stations, convenience stores that sell gas, that they post a sticker on their pumps that says that the government is delaying an annual gas tax increase, and that is part of the budget. And here's the kicker. There's also a requirement to announce at grocery stores through either signage or on receipts that they're going to be reducing the grocery tax from 1 cent to or 1% to 0%. But the difference between the gas pump mandate and the grocery mandate is that the gas pumps, those who own those, if they don't post this sticker, they can face a $500 a day fine. So the Illinois Fuel and Retail Association promised that they would file a lawsuit. They got everything together after having to get sworn affidavits and things like that, and they filed that lawsuit yesterday. And before we talk with Josh Sharp from the Illinois Fuel and Retail Association, I did reach out to the Department of Revenue and also Sangamon County State's Attorney Dan Wright, and they both said they can't comment on pending litigation. So let's now talk with Josh Sharp from the Illinois Fuel and Retail Association. Josh, give us the upshot here. What are you guys arguing?
Good morning, Greg. Thanks for having me on. We're arguing that, just as you said in your opening remarks there, that those signs about a tax issue are inherently political and forcing our members to opine about things that are political. These aren't safety regulations that we have on the pump for to help people not start a fire or octane ratings. This is a political announcement about it, delaying a tax increase. That ought not be a legal requirement on our members, and they certainly shouldn't be subject to fines or criminal penalties for failing to post those signs.
So part of your exhibits includes the statements from a state lawmaker about how this is a good thing. That was State Representative Mike Zaleski, and I remember watching that in the committee that you guys highlight in your case here. But you also mention an actually link to a YouTube video in your lawsuit. And Josh, I do want to play this, so bear with me. This is just a 30-second ad that is from Governor J.B. Pritzker, and it's something that the Illinois Fuel and Retail Association points to as this being an issue of politics and not of safety.
It is official. Illinois has a new budget. Governor J.B. Pritzker signed the state's budget.
Illinois has a new budget for...
What does Governor Pritzker's budget mean for you?
JB froze the gas tax. It means relief for us, not the oil companies.
It means lower property taxes. JB doubled the tax rebate for everyone.
It means more savings at the checkout counter. JB eliminated the state grocery tax, helping us pay less for the things we buy every day.
J.B. Pritzker, lowering costs, helping Illinois families.
So nothing in there, Josh. Does it say the difference between the grocery tax going from 1% to 0% and the fuel tax being frozen for 6 months? He didn't say in there in that ad that he's going to fine you guys $500 a day if you don't do it.
No, and also the very end of the ad, I think, is a bit misleading. It talks about lowering taxes. The gas tax was not lowered. I want to be very clear about that. Illinois is declaring not raising your taxes, essentially a big win for you, Illinois motorists. So the fact that we're putting this off 6 months and the gas tax on July 1st, it will literally be the exact same then that it is today. So there's simply no increase. So I do think, I don't really think it's fair to say that that's lowering any taxes. But you're right, the ad doesn't mention, fines for Illinois fuel retailers going along, I think, with what's supposed to be a sort of state-mandated PR effort. And again, we can't stand by and have our members subject, to those kind of potential fines and penalties. Again, it's $500 per day per pump. So a gas station, with 8 or 10 pumps, those fines get very expensive very quickly. And again, that's why we're headed to court to stop that signage requirement.
Again, it starts July 1st when the signage requirement takes effect unless it's blocked by a court. So we'll see how this plays out. Josh, in the minute we've got here, gas prices are up, the highest we've seen. Yeah. How is this impacting consumers and the businesses that especially on border communities with other states?
Yeah. Well, obviously it's bad for consumers. And, honestly, it's bad for my members as well. Our members rely on, generally in-store transactions to, make most of their money. And those in-store transactions and the gallons sold are way down just because of the high price of gasoline right now, especially in those border areas along Missouri. Missouri's gasoline taxes are roughly half of what Illinois are. It's tough out there for our members. I mean, their margin on fuel is frankly pretty low compared to, again, all the other items that they sell inside their stores. So hopefully those gas prices will come down sometime, soon. I don't know what the market's going to do, but there's a lot of fear, obviously, surrounding geopolitical events between Ukraine and Russia. And we also have inflation and huge demand factoring into the price of fuel. So it's expensive out there, but hopefully that won't be forever.
Josh Sharp, Illinois Fuel and Retail Association, greatly appreciate your time this morning on WMAY. We'll talk again soon.
Hey, thanks, Greg.
All right, it is WMAY.